Hello, I'm Jared Casillas, and welcome to Fallbrook Student News. Today's first subject has to do with the Islamic State. ISIS, founded in 1999, has one of the biggest stories in the news recently. Similar to Al-Qaeda, ISIS is a radical, anti-Western militant group devoted to independent Islamic State in the region. ISIS is stronger and more brutal than Al-Qaeda, and have been more successful in taking territory. According to NBC, ISIS has been responsible for killing around 18,000 civilians in Iraq over the past 2 years, with millions forced from their homes. Is America safe from ISIS? Americans have been victims of ISIS killings, but could there be a greater number killed from terrorists similar to what happened in France in 2015? There has been reports of ISIS-linked people in the United States and reports of ISIS recruiting U.S. citizens. With the refugees, there is a greater number of ISIS members sneaking their way onto U.S. soil and possibly carrying out a horrific attack similar to France when one of the killers came through acting as a refugee. What is America doing to help stop the bloodshed? A squadron of U.S. Marine Corps EA-6B Prowler aircraft has been deployed to Incirlik Air Base in Turkey to join the fight against ISIS. The U.S. have been conducting missions in Syria and Iraq out of Incirlik since summer of 2015. Their mission? To intercept enemy communications and perform electronic surveillance. President Obama has said they have lost 40% of their territory in Iraq and 10% of those in Syria, as well as numerous financial setbacks. The Pentagon has also claimed airstrikes have killed more than 25,000 ISIS militants. President Obama has said fighters are estimated to be at the lowest levels in about 2 years. For our next subject, we'll be taking a look at Donald Trump's view on the U.S. trade reform with China. China is getting the better trade, according to Donald Trump. And if voted president, he claims to change that. We can't continue to allow China to rape our country. And that's what they're doing, Trump said during his second rally Sunday in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Referring to China's high number of exports relative to the U.S., China is constantly being accused by Trump of changing its currency to what will make it more competitive on the global market. He also says that China is killing the U.S. on trade. Currency manipulation has been part of trading internationally for a long time. However, economists disagree about whether it's an effective tactic or not. America has always been a trading nation. Under the Trump administration, trade will flourish. However, for free trade to bring prosperity to America, it must also be fair trade. Our goal is not protectionism, but accountability. America fully opened its markets to China, but China has not reciprocated. Its Great Wall of protectionism uses unlawful tariff and non-tariff barriers to keep American companies out of China and to tilt the playing field in their favor. And this is what Trump had to say about the U.S. trade reform.
We're going to expand the economy incredibly, and I'm taking our jobs back from China, from Japan, from Mexico, from all of these countries that have just ripped us like never before. And I respect China, and I respect their leaders. Our leaders just aren't smart enough to handle them. China has created one of the great thefts in the history of the world with what they've done to our country. We're going to bring jobs back to this country. We're going to become a successful country. And we're going to expand the economy, and we're going to be a very strong country again. You're going to be able to do it. You know what what's been done to us economically? We lose $400 billion trade imbalance, U.S. trade imbalance with China, almost $400 billion a year. That's been going on for years. Japan, almost $75 billion. Mexico, $45 billion lost. I have a chance at making America great again. That's the whole focus.
Now let's take a look at the presidential primaries. Republican Donald Trump is the only one left running on the Republican side. Trump has 1,134 delegates and will most likely be the Republican presidential nominee. On the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton still leads Bernie Sanders. Clinton has 1,716 pledged delegates, with only 524 superdelegates. Bernie Sanders has 1,433 pledged delegates and only 40 superdelegates. 1,237 are needed for the nomination on the Republican side, and 2,383 are needed for the Democratic nomination. This baby may not have much to say, but looks like she wants you to fork over some more food. Or just maybe you might want to check that diaper for a load of strained peas from lunch. That's it for today, Fallbrook. Catch us tomorrow for more student news. So am I getting community service out of this?
No.
So what's the point of me doing this?